Okay, this is going to be a quick supplement to the library's video tutorial on Google Scholar and connecting it with the databases. Pretty much everything they gave you is all you need for setting up Santa Fe's. I'm going to show you, I'm going to add UF, not that it's going to be any different in how it's set up, but I'm also going to point out a few other things that should be useful in those settings for when we get around to actually doing Google Scholar searches. So I'm going to go back over to the settings here. And before you go to the library links, I want you to see that there are a few other choices here. Search for articles, include patents. I always uncheck that simply because if you're looking for patents, you need that, but most of you aren't, and it'll just narrow your searches down a little bit. And obviously, if you need case law, click on it, but most of you aren't. One of the ones that I prefer to use is these make searching a lot easier. I choose 20 over 10. The more the merrier, the faster I can get through a list and process them, the better. Every time you have to hit a next page, it slows down the process. Similar to that is where results open. And I recommend this both for Google and for Google Scholar, but clicking on open each selected result in a new browser window means that every time you get a link that shows up in Google Scholar and hit it, it'll open it up in a new window or a new tab, depending on how your browser is set up. And that's going to save you a lot of time because you can scan through the article, see, is this worth saving? Is this useful? And then if you decide very quickly, no, it's not, you just close the window out and you're done with it. Whereas if you don't have it open up in a new window, you're going to click on the link, it's going to open up in the same page, you're going to then have to backtrack, and it's just a longer, slower process. So opening up will speed up the search process for you filtering through the articles that you do and don't want. And kind of in line with that is when you do find one that you like, you can quickly bookmark it if you're going to come back to it, which fits back into the bookmarking section. Okay, so do not worry about the bibliography manager. That's basically if you're in grad school for the most part and you're stockpiling hundreds of references that you would need for a thesis or a dissertation, and you're using some kind of reference management system. Languages, again, if you're looking for languages other than English, you can distinguish that. Finally, the library link is where you should have already seen how to add Santa Fe, and we're going to simply add University of Florida, since many of you might be planning to go there. It's good to understand how to link them up as well. And you'll notice they do not show up in the first set. They have every other school in Florida, it seems. But you'll see there's University of Florida as the main for Find It at UF, and then there's also the one for ProQuest. And adding those to the list means they'll now be available. The button, however, is something that you might want to include, and I'll go ahead and do it here to show you. It'll put a little Google Scholar button up in the top of the browser. So you can click on this, it to Chrome, and then you can go back to your settings.